spent the last 11 years after my husband died teaching my children, my daughters, the wrong about abuse. The guy never has the right to lay his hands on you, and teach my son, he never has the right to lay his hands on anybody. Well, my children were young, but they know.
I'm a great supporter of teaching our children what love feels like. Because if they know what love feels like, then they'll know when they're confronted with situations. You know, a lot of times our girls, myself, I stayed in a situation because he said he loved me. Mm-hmm. And that hits, you know, abuse came with that love. And if I didn't have anything to identify love with, I thought his actions were loving me. That's so right. To my daughter and to my daughters and to all the young women, you know, I'm hoping and I encourage them to get to know what love is. And as a parent, I'm constantly saying, I love you. Why? Because I don't want the first time my daughter hears to come from a man who's hitting her. You know, I'm loving you, so you'll know. And it's a constant thing, reminding them that they're loved. So when they go out there and they're confronted with a situation, we have to speak to the fact that situation, if it does anything to take you out of your comfort zone, you don't have to be in it.
Well, let me ask a question. What can people that are listening, I said people, not just women, but people that are listening, because we need to know where to go. Is there someone to contact, someone to talk to in your situation? Because all these situations, for the most part, happens in an individual. It feels private. I really don't want folks to know. But what you're saying is they need to know.
Well, real fast, if you want counseling, you might want to contact a local domestic violence agency. Counselors and advocates are experts and can help you draft a safety plan and sort through the options. If it's impossible for you to go to the agency, you can arrange counseling over the phone. But as a safety precaution, try not to use your own phone. And many of these agencies also offer counseling for children and adolescents.
Treated more as medical than criminal. And in the state of Pennsylvania, every child has access to health care, which means they have access to counseling.
Well, but the problem I have with that is, first the child's got to talk. And so, getting the child to talk is the hard part. I mean, having been sexually abused myself, I talked to a cousin who was 12 years old, same age as me. She couldn't do anything, but I needed to tell somebody because I needed to get it out my head.
And one of the different things that is not happening, particularly in the minority community, it is not being dealt with as a medical issue. It's being dealt with as a social issue.
Well, I'm going to emphasize that domestic violence does not care what color skin you are.
Neither does sexual abuse.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or any kind of abuse. We have to emphasize, and I use that word a lot, and I apologize, but that's something I'm trying to really look strongly on. Does not matter because it's happening to all of us. One of the things I want to get very clear, domestic violence is a lifetime of healing. Many women end up with hypertension, heart disease, arthritis, diabetes, which I have.
Post-traumatic stress disorder.
Which we both have. Because I still live in fear. I'm speaking out against police officers that are still, not like Jill's husband, who sadly took his life, but I still live in fear. I have been living in fear for years now. There's a chance I can walk out this door right now and be a target. But I refuse to keep the silence. And that's where you and I agree, and Jill, that we must speak out, and this has to stop. Some way, somehow, something has to be done.
Well, we want to make sure that the information on the other side of the break is given out so people have somewhere to call and someone to talk to.
And I would just like to say that it's tremendous courage whenever anybody puts their personal lives in a public menu and put this personal pain out for other people to learn from we just have to commend you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We want to get some information out before our guests leave so that people that are listening have somewhere to go and someone to talk to.
Now, I just wanted to say that today, victim and their advocates are bringing such problems to light. In our case, public awareness will prompt reform of police culture, intensify police accountability, and we need, and I emphasize this, to make our court systems recognize how important it is that everybody has the constitutional right to protection. We need to know that we don't, and we need to make changes. Such websites as abuseofpower.info and behindthebluewall.com play such an important role to help raise public awareness. And I do believe together we can make changes to help victims of domestic abuse, regardless of who the abusers are, so no more people have to suffer the way we all have.
So, did you get the website?
Yeah, that would be, www.abuseofpower.info and www.behindthebluewall.com. I would recommend everybody look on these sites. They will really open your eyes and bring a wealth of information to aid victims.
And for the Philadelphia area, of course, Women Against Abuse and Women in Transition here in Philadelphia, which they're an excellent organization. Like I am blessed to have found Women in Transition because I am empowered.
Okay.
So,
we want to thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
And thank you for having us.
Especially so early.
Yeah. Thank you for having us and hearing us.
We want to thank that strong young man that's standing back there quiet and silent. He says he's a lover.
He's my support right now.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You know you're welcome.
Thank you.